I had a very interesting background in which I was raised a nominal Jew. I think at Pesach, we had matzah in the house and I stayed home from school, but the reality is we might have also had a rye bread, and we never went to shul, and I think the common excuse was it was too expensive to go, and they charged a lot of money and everything else. But as I went along throughout the years, and I made a few attempts to get into Judaism, and found myself rebuffed in various ways, trying to get a bris for my son. I had to join the shul, pay for the dues, pay for the building fund, et cetera, et cetera. I decided that this wasn't the answer. A few years later, I met up with some friends who introduced me to Messianic Judaism. And they seemed to be loving and compassionate. And I walked through the door, and I guess in total I spent 20-something years in Messianic Judaism. After being involved for 5 or 6 years, I felt the need to start a Messianic synagogue. And I was a Messianic rabbi for over 19 years. I had my congregation in Orlando. It was a suburb of Orlando, really. In the beginning, I might have been more Christian than Jewish, if you would, because my background and my education came out of Christianity. I've been actually, I would say praying, but I should be saying davening, for a number of years for a mentor. And there was a gentleman who had been a pastor in Eretz Israel and an evangelist. All of a sudden he realized that Christianity wasn't the way, and he converted into Orthodox Judaism. And he was in South Florida, and a friend called me and said, "You have to meet this fella. He sounds like you, and you guys will get along great, So we got on the horn and connected, and we talked for a few months, and he said, you need to connect with Partners in Torah. And I connected with Partners in Torah and told them what I was looking for. And about 2 or 3 weeks, they called me and said, "We have a partner." And so we got started, and he was wonderful.
He was straightforward as soon as I called him. He said, "I don't know if you know my background, but," and he started telling me now, I'm a New York boy. I went to yeshivas, and I really didn't know exactly what a Messianic rabbi meant. We started spending a little bit of time every week doing some reading. You got to see what the person himself is connected to or finds more interesting, so you have to try to adjust to that area for him.
It began to provide an opportunity for me to bring myself out of nominal Judaism. I found a way that I could develop my skills as a Jew by utilizing the talents of somebody who'd been there before and somebody who was compassionate and loving and cared. I realized how little I know in terms of where I need to be an observant Jew to fulfill my role with the people of Israel. I closed the congregation down this year and decided for me that I needed to follow Hashem and be in a frum community. I have a burning passion for all these lost Yidden out there to help to restore these people to Judaism. And maybe I made these mistakes so that Hashem could lead me into outreach, so that I could in some small way help others. Partners in Torah is a helping hand, and we need more of that. We have to restore the world. We're responsible as a people group for Tikkun Olam. Partners in Torah is a vehicle by which we can practice Tikkun Olam.